We're all sort of just stuck in this constant looping. We try to leave, try to do anything, and we just keep resetting. But we discovered that we're probably supposed to stop a bomb from going off.
Yes, you don't know for certain, but from the entity told you. I'll put this in chat after I say it, but she said something will be amiss. Find what it is and stop it. Then find me, perhaps. That is all you must do. If not, you might be here for longer than you thought. I'll put that in chat. And, well, I guess I won't make you recap per se, because there's really a lot to say. And if you want to review information, you can do that on your time loop. One other thing I want to note, because we're going to jump right into this one, is I was very sick last time we played, and I'm taking that into account for how long you guys are taking. So it's not going to count against you, me being sick. You'll basically have more leeway, so don't worry about, am I going to lose my arm or something in the real world.
Nope.
With that being said, let's see. With that being said, you wake up with the soft sheets around you on the bed and the light streaming through the window, and you're in the exact same place you were last time. Obviously, you have full HP. And I'll let you take it away right now. Wheels don't stop on this train.
I'm gonna draw my lightsaber. I'm just kidding.
And try and kill Tull.
I am doing the write-up, correct, Val?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Well, I was already ready, so...
Oh, cool.
Continue!
What do you guys do?
Don't know.
No thoughts, head empty.
No thoughts, head empty indeed.
I'm gonna pause for now, because Kelsey is straight up just muted.
Yeah, she ain't here.
I'm trying to mess with my mic, and I don't want it to be like all fiddly-widdly.
Well, I will wait until you're ready.
I think I'm fine now. I was trying to use my other, like my old headset, and it just straight up won't pick up my voice. So that's fun. Okay.
That is, huh.
As Miley Cyrus would say, the best of both worlds with your mics.
Okay, I'm starting over.
What?
You wake up and you guys are in the room. Same room as always. You need to maybe stop a bomb from going off. You don't quite know yet.
Okay, so the last reset was when we went to the council and we were just straight up like, Panaka is bad, right?
They didn't.
Yeah.
They were not very receptive to that. It did not seem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tull was very critical about that.
Maybe we should, like, do you think we should figure out who we are?
I don't know. I do feel like the archives seem very important to what we were doing, but we've also not explored any of the other rooms, so...
So what do you want to do?
I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, take a day and maybe check out this cool area, like have a day at the spa over here. You know what I mean? Just chilling. I don't know. Pond is a spa if you imagine hard enough.
Okay, you want to just spend a day exploring?
Kind of, yeah. I think that's...
Okay,
that's
then we gotta go because she's gonna knock on the door soon.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That was me.
Oh.
Where do you guys go?
Sorry.
Yeah, Tull would agree to go to
Yeah.
the little...
We'll even go to the courtyard.
Go ahead and move your characters, and I will describe what you see as you're going. You see the shifty Jedi down the hall again. These are the ones who you cut the leg off of. When you get into the Great Hall, it doesn't look like anyone of note is there. You head over to this obelisk over here, and then out to the courtyard, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Courtyard is a very serene, quiet area. There are Jedi meditating. There's two younglings on a bench, and it looks like they've got some kind of card game that they're playing with one another. Can't quite tell what it is from this distance. There's a nice cherry tree, very large, very beautiful. There's a pond, and this overlooks a very great view of Coruscant, so you can see all around. Big city everywhere. Covers the entire surface of the planet. Although, it's a little flatter near the Jedi Temple, which is makes for a nicer view. But other than that, you don't see much. At least not with the naked eye. Perhaps there's more under the surface. Oh, Dara got stuck. There he is.
Can I... This sounds stupid, but can I force sense anything in the room?
Give me a roll.
Okay. I'm pretty good at that from what I remember. Not rolling, but... Oh, that's gonna be fine. I made it by 7, I think.
Made it by 7. It's very at peace out here in the courtyard. You don't feel any nefarious intentions nearby. And the only beings that you sense that are of any note are these 3 right here. At least for the moment.
Uh-huh.
Dang.
Okay. Nothing stands out. Maybe someone will come in here later that's important, but I think we're using this to more explore, so I'd say let's go check.
Do we recognize any of the people in here?
No, you have not seen them before.
Okay.
They're none of the named characters. Okay, so are you headed elsewhere, or are you staying here? What's the idea?
I think we should move and explore another room.
Yeah.
We're using this as more exploration time.
Okay, where are you guys going? Alright, move to the hangar. Is that good for everyone?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. In the hangar at this time, you actually start walking with someone else. You've seen him once before. It is Master Bayor, and he's walking over to the hangar. He just looks in your direction and nods, lets you walk in before him, and he's going to head into the hangar and do his own thing. Also in the hangar, let's see here, there's a young Padawan who's just kind of sitting off by himself, twiddling his thumbs, looking kind of uncomfortable. He notices you guys come in, notices who you are, clearly doesn't know who you are, and gets disappointed once again. Here we go.
Oh.
Damn.
Poor kid.
He's sitting over here by these boxes. A number of the boxes look a little precarious on their perch there, but he's not paying any attention to that. And let's see, what else is there? I think that's it for now. I think Master Bayor, what is he doing? Yes, he is over by some boxes. Over this direction. But other than that, there's people fixing up ships. Several Jedi Knights are moving boxes. It looks like they're on sort of hangar duty, moving things here and there, doing maintenance, that sort of thing. Tasks.
I feel like we need to talk to Bayor before he goes to the archives, right? I mean, I don't know.
That's up to you.
I would like to eye what he's doing, see if I can't get a better angle to see what he might be doing with the boxes.
Alright, give me a perception roll. Would you like to do it stealthily, though? That is a question.
I don't think she is stealthy at all. That's the problem. There's like no fucking chance I'll be stealthy. I'll just do it on stealthy. Just
Okay.
like a casual glimpse, but trying to at the very least get a decent idea.
I think, Matt, you wanted to do it as well?
Yeah.
So both of you give me perception rolls. Pause the
I
timer
want
for
to
a
know what
second.
he up to. Oh my god. I made it by a lot, but it's also a 4. That's
Oh.
crazy.
It did not want to do it for me.
Where is that skill at? There it is. Wow.
Made it by 2.
I guess I made it by 9.
So, to both of you, he's very obviously looking for something in these boxes here. And he doesn't find it in the first box, and he goes over here looking in the second. Doesn't look like he finds it there. But then, Darrow, you notice something a little more than the rest of them, and I'm going to kick them out for just a second.
Pog.
You notice his Master Bayor, as he's looking with his right hand, you notice his left hand reaches under this starfighter that he's right next to. And looks like he pulls out something glowing and very quickly, very covertly puts it in his pocket.
Oh my god.
He continues to look with his right hand for a little bit longer, but then gives up.
So that was his left hand he did that with?
Yes.
Okay.
What you do with that information's up to you, and I'm going to bring the others up. Welcome back, guys.
Ayo. Did you guys see that? What was that?
What?
You'll have
They're,
to be more specific.
Bayor just grabbed a piece, something glowing off of the ship. I couldn't get a good glimpse of it, but I just know it's glowing, and he pulled it off the ship very sneakily and stuffed it in his pocket.
Where exactly on the ship was it, would you say?
That's a good question. It was on the ship. That's the information I have.
The little Padawan is standing up and seems very antsy, and Master Bayor is walking over in your direction, and he's going to stop in front of the two of you. I guess the three of you.
Oh.
And he's going to say, "You three seem rather lost. Is everything all right with you?"
Yeah, everything's great. We're just came to see. We were looking for someone.
Oh, who were you looking for? Maybe I could be of assistance.
Shit, I don't remember their name. The dude who was the one who was outside the archive, the secret area.
The librarian?
Leah?
Huh?
No. The one who was like sneaky chatting outside. Maybe I have it in my notes. Let me look.
I'll pause the timer for you.
Sneaky chatting. You're saying the shifty Jedi?
No. The one outside the archives, like right here. Who went inside? Or was that one of them was Bayor, right?
Bayor, Panaka, and Shemvalier all went inside.
Let's go with Chevalier. That sounds right.
If you're looking for the Jedi librarian, the library might be a better place for you than the hangar. I'm headed there myself if you'd like to walk with me.
Oh, sure. Certainly.
And he will indeed lead you.
Before that, could I look at, was the ship that he swiped from similar to the ones here?
Yeah, they're all Jedi starfighters.
Yeah, did I know where it came from, Gene, or did I just kind of see?
Like the general area, because I would like to see if I could find, with my mechanic skills, what exactly he might have taken.
Yes, and Darrow could help, but he will notice if you stayed behind. So are the two of you sort of walking with him, and just Toll is looking in the starfighter?
Yeah, I'll catch up.
Okay.
We'll just keep chatting him up and hope that he doesn't notice.
Well, what story are you doing, Kelsey?
I was gonna follow with
Okay.
to the library.
So, I'm not, like, dying this time, so I think I can deal with splitting up. So we will do that. So go ahead and put your character there.
Oh, I wasn't gonna strain it for very long. I was literally gonna, like, just do one check, and then
Catch back
whatever
up.
I found out, and then just catch up.
Okay, I'm gonna kick them out for a second anyway. Give me a mechanics roll.
Gotcha. I need to check. Are my mechanics even good? Yeah, my mechanics are okay. I mean, I have to. I have a metal hand and stuff.
Very cool.
Only made by 3 though.
Hello, John.
Oh no,
by
wait,
the way.
stubborn.
Hello.
The stubborn count here?
Yeah, I'd say so. You didn't let Darrow help you, and he could have.
Made it by 5 then.
That area of the ship is either... I'm gonna give you 2. No, 5 is a good amount. It's definitely having to do with this...
I made it by 3 and plus 2.
Yeah, so you made it by 5.
Stubborn.
It's definitely from the ship's power supply. It's in that general area. Although as to what part exactly it was, you don't know. Because you didn't see.
Okay.
Make sense? That good?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't like what he's doing with this question. Okay.
Alright. Toll's gonna catch up in a second. And it's just the 3 of you walking. And just Master Bayor is pretty quiet for most of the journey. He asks... And what did you need to see Master Valir for? Perhaps I could be of assistance as well.
We were hoping to get some historical information from him.
From her, you mean?
From her. Whoops.
You seem off, Padawan Annie. What seems to be troubling you? Not so absent-minded, usually. I would have thought you'd been well acquainted with Master Valir by now.
Yes, I just been feeling a little under the weather, that's all.
I see. And this is when Toll would catch back up.
Uh-oh.
Did you say uh-oh? Like out loud?
Yeah, my lights are flickering.
Oh, no.
The wrath of God, boys. I'll try and hang on as long as I can.
Well, if it happens, Chris, it happens. We'll just pause.
I swear.
Alright.
What?
Toll... He's having power issues because of the storm.
Oh, rip.
Toll
Yeah,
catches
the ice
up.
rain is like causing my lights to flicker on and off.
Toll catches up right here, and as he's talking, he says, "Oh, Padawan Toll. I was just about to tell them that the reason I needed to speak to Master Valir is actually on your case. The Jedi Council wanted me to find some information on the planet that your master went missing on. Perhaps you could help me with that. Any information that you could shed on that?" You guys are walking this whole time.
Oh, he was gonna go to the library to see if he could scoop up some information.
That's what he said, and he said, could you help with any information on the
Hey,
planet?
Gene, what does this feel like if I were to force sense it?
It emanates a bit of light side energy, but it's just a very large obelisk is what it looks like. Very similar to the ones you've seen at the other temple.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did he actually call her Toll?
No. He would have called
Okay.
her Luvos. Sorry, that's my fault.
Okay. I was just checking. Because
With
that
res-
would seem important.
Yeah. With respect, Master, it would be wiser to divulge all information in a singular place where we have information to reference. Perhaps we shall wait to collaborate when we are in the archives.
Of course. And you guys would step into the library by now, and then he'll turn around and he'll say, "Wait a moment. Weren't you supposed to be at the Jedi Council today? I thought that... Yes, Master Othri was to
Something-
summon you."
Surely they can wait. It would be more prudent that I come with them with more significant information.
I think it would be better if you went and attended the meeting. We want to get to the bottom of this. Don't you want to find your missing master?
Oh, God. Which is precisely why I am here. You speak truly that researching here will be a benefit to finding her, then it would be wiser to get information before making a full report, would it not?
Roll persuasion.
Poggers.
Good. It's the only skill I have. Insane. So I'm curious. When I get add points in skills, does that automatically increase the gap, or do I have to add that myself?
No. So if you have a trait, maybe it is called a skill. It doesn't auto add it. You got to add it yourself.
Okay. Persuasion then. So would that be Honest Fate? No, Honest Fate's working here.
Honest face would work totally.
Okay, so then that'd be a +4 then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Dear
Honest
Lord.
face is a godsend.
I was about to say.
Honest face OP.
You have an honest face.
Okay. Let's see. I made that by 6, and then +4 would make it 10.
Jesus.
Right.
Damn.
I understand where you're coming from, Luvos. I believe that all Jedi should make their own decisions, and if you think your time is better spent here rather than speaking to the Council, well, I can understand where you're coming from. The Jedi Council can be difficult sometimes. I shall report to them that you are in the library, studiously looking for the whereabouts of your master. Oh, there's...
Thank you.
Well, actually, hold on, I gotta pause it for a second, because I need to know where people are. Let's see.
Swear to God, if O3 shows up like Preston fucking Garvey, I'm gonna fucking stab her.
What?
What?
He was about to be like, oh, and I was thinking, oh no, there's O3 behind me, just like.
Oh,
There you
Master
are.
O3. Of course,
God
here you
damn
are.
it. Like Preston Garvey, you can't escape.
You will go to the meeting, child. Whether you like it
I
or
don't
not.
want to stay. I don't want to know about another settlement that needs my help. Leave me alone.
Sorry, I have it paused. I need to find out where everyone is. Alright, where's there she is? Looks like that's it. Wait, where's Nuxavan? Alright, she's here too. Alright, so you walk into the library. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. There's a Jedi Knight sitting over here with her hands in her face, and Nuxavan and Desha Panaka are cleaning up a priceless artifact that's been shattered. And over here in the corner, by the lightsaber forge, you see Master Valir and this young man. This is the guy who's had to carry the boxes for that one master over and over again. They're talking over here in the corner. And Bayor says, "Oh, there's Master Valir right now. Let's go speak with her." It's a little bit of a queue forming, but just as you arrive, looks like she finishes up and she says, "Can I help you, Master Bayor?" "Yes, actually. Luvos here wanted to research information on her master and her last known location. Well, I'm sure that she can speak for herself." And Bayor will take a step back and let you speak to Shembulir.
Oh God, I'm not prepared for this at all. The planet that it all occurred, I am trying to see if I could understand everything I can about it culturally, historically. Any details you have would be assisting. I'm not sure if it was something that occurred because of our mission or we were caught in crossfire.
Of course, young one. I will help you as best I can. Do you remember the planet, the name?
I'm afraid not. It's very strange. It's as if something is tampering with my memories of it.
I remember. It was, oh god. He would know. I just can't remember. Just a second. Because I know I have it written down somewhere. There it is. An Outer Rim world, Lentra Prime. Well, I don't know much about that world, but I'm sure we can find it somewhere. Master Bayor, did you need something? No, it's quite alright. Attend to Padawan Luvos first. And the two of you will go and walk off, and she will say what little she knows about the planet as you peruse the archives, as you peruse the library here. Master Boyor will turn to the two of you and say, if you won't be needing anything, I'm sure you'll excuse me. And he's going to go walk straight over to Master Panaka over here, who's looking mighty angry. Looks like she turns around, the two talk for a second, and then they walk into the Jedi archives. Both of them together. What do the two of you do?
Do you want to stay here, or do you want to keep exploring?
Bruh, I don't know. I feel like not splitting up is ideal.
Up to you guys.
So do you want to stay? Do you think you want to stay, or do you want to keep exploring? Because I think, unless Chris can escape the talking, I don't know if we should wait or try and like go do something.
Yeah. I don't know. We could check out the last room, I suppose.
So you want to explore, not stay here?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Let's just go explore then.
Okay. You... I'll pause for a second. Yes, Chris.
Are there any, just by like roaming about and when the doors open, do I see any like ventilation shafts, anything at all?
In the archives?
Yeah, anything that may lead to here.
Give me a perception check. You definitely see ventilation shafts. You don't know if they necessarily lead into the vault.
Alright, I definitely don't see squat.
What'd you get?
I only made it by 1.
It's fairly dark in there. You do see a number of doors inside of the vault as they enter. You can't quite make out if there are vents in there or not. You assume there's ventilation of some kind. You don't know if it's connected to the rest of the, the rest of this, the temple here. All right, but you guys are headed out, correct?
Yeah.
As you are, you walk by Nuxivan, who looks very frustrated, and she's got this, what looks to be a bag of like broken shards or something, and she's still picking up what look to be more broken shards. And she sees the two of you coming, and she sticks her arm out and she says, "You, hold this, please."
Who?
Just to neither one of you in particular, both of you.
I'll grab it.
I'll say, what is it?
Bag of shards.
It's a priceless artifact. Some idiot came in here and broke it. I don't know.
What's its significance?
I don't know. My master would know. I don't know why she keeps them out here to begin with. This happens every so often. some two left-footed idiot comes in here and bumps into it, and you hear the girl over here just like sob into her hands some more.
Oh.
Yeah, you heard what I said.
No.
I'm sorry. Master Panaka says I should be more forgiving, but can you really forgive ignorance? Well, she finishes vacuuming up the other bag and says, "Thank you. You think you could help me carry these? We need to put them in storage."
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. She's going to, she'll walk you in towards the back here, right towards the vault door, and then disappoint you and turn left, and walk towards what must be like a, sort of like an Indiana Jones looking office. What must be, well, you see there's a plaque on the wall that says, Jedi Historian Office, and it's got a bunch of artifacts in it, very dusty, and there's this labeled box that looks like it's for broken or discarded artifacts, and you guys put the things in there, and she dusts off her hands, and she says, "Thanks. Say, I don't think I've seen you here before. You, Annie, I've seen time and time again, but what's your name?"
Samantha.
Samantha. That's a weird name.
I only got what my parents gave me.
Well, unless someone breaks another vase, I don't think I'm going to need to be doing anything for a few hours. Do you guys want to get some lunch or something?
Sure.
Yes.
Come with me. And she's gonna lead you through the Great Hall,
New places, wow.
and she's gonna lead you off screen to what must be a lunchroom, the Jedi lunchroom. The Jedi. There's a line of people with trays. You know, it's exactly what you think a lunchroom would be in a religious monk academy. And she's just gonna talk to you. Basically, waste the rest of your time.
Okay.
But if there's anything you'd like to say or ask young Luke Savan, that is up to you. Captive audience. For the next minute or so.
What do you think about your master?
My master? Panaka? She's great. I get to go on all sorts of adventures. It's not boring like I've seen some others.
What's the most exciting mission you've been on?
We went to Korriban once. Ran into another group of adventurers there. But seeing all these Sith artifacts, the Sith temple, it's very interesting. You ever been to Korriban?
No.
No, can't say I have.
You saw a Sith temple?
Well, long since abandoned, but it's crazy we ran into anyone there. You know, who we ran into must have been the strangest Jedi I've ever seen. Blue skin, red eyes. Never seen anyone like that. Do you know him?
What was his name?
Oh God, what was it? Pero or Parrot? Parso, that was the name.
Interesting.
It's a very weird one. Anyway, and that's when everything goes black for you two. But I think I can budget in a little time for Chris. So what's Toll getting up to? It takes Shemvalir a little bit of time, but eventually she is able to find a data pad with information on your system. And she says, "I hope this helps shed some light into the disappearance of your master. But you knew her best, and if I might add a little word of wisdom, The disappearance of your master. It might not be so cut and dry as you think. Ask those who knew her well. They might have more illuminating information than what's in this old tome here.
She was always rather private with her own associations, at least with me. Do you perhaps know who she was close to?
Give me a perception roll.
Perception?
Sorry, persuasion.
Gotcha. On his face again?
Yep, that's fine.
Gotcha. Let's see. 5, 9. Made it by 9.
I knew her well. If I'm being honest, she was always difficult, especially when we were growing up together. She never quite agreed with the intricacies and the rules of the Jedi. It wouldn't surprise me if... well, if she decided to leave the Order, I wouldn't be surprised. But who can say for certain? And she gives you a smile.
If she were, what would she do? Where would she go?
I don't know, but there was a young man who she was quite a confidant of, another Jedi, Knight Baruz, Tem Baruz. If you could find and speak to him, he might have some idea.
I see. Thank you. This is a great help.
Of course. You'll be needing anything else, let me know. Can you give me a perception roll, Chris?
Mm-hmm. Darn it, I think it's only... made it by 3.
Okay. You did notice the Jedi Archives open when you were talking to her. You did not see who exited. And by the end of the conversation, everything would go black, and you guys are going to wake up back in the room. But I need to use the bathroom first, so you guys will have however long it takes me to get back, unless someone else has to go. You could just get that for free, so BRB.
Okay, here's what we do. We talk now. I gotta use the restroom as well. But we talk now. I go and use the restroom. You guys talk some more.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. No, we don't have to cheese the system. But alright.
Okay. So people know who you two are, but people don't know who I am. That seems weird. I don't know if that's important though, but I'm confused by it.
Yeah,
maybe we have to think. I said I can't. Maybe we have to do something with your master. I think we should go find that guy.
That is something,
Knight
yeah.
Baruz.
Yeah,
Because I feel like we
Baruz.
have things that we've been looking at that we know are happening, but I feel like we don't really have specific leads or ideas. We've kind of just been bumping around. So I think maybe if we find that guy, something with your master, maybe.
Yeah.
And then at some point we need to go look at that last room.
Yeah, maybe we just go look at the last room and see if he's there. And then hunt him down.
So do you think look at the last room first, not go follow that guy, try to find that guy?
Well, we don't really have any idea where he's going to be. It's a large temple. It's about
Yeah,
as
but we
good
can
as...
ask people. That was my thought.
Yeah. That's why I was thinking after we go see the room, because he might be there. But if
Okay.
if asking on the way, I don't know. I guess it'd be hard to say, like, if for metagaming, who would know best that we've seen so far. Like, I don't know. I guess the dude who came to get us maybe would know.
Dude who came to get us?
Yeah, like the.
Talking about 03?
Oh,
three.
a woman.
She?
She.
Everybody's a woman, you think.
Jesus.
Think you're all men.
Yeah, I really don't know anyone's names or genders or anything, so it's really
Oh,
not
gosh.
that I'm being sexist. It's just that I straight up
Well-
don't know anyone.
Star Wars names don't necessarily betray gender, so I think that's fair.
Yeah. I'm just I'm doing my best. That's all.
Also, the Jedi go by their last names, so 03 is not 03's first name.
Right.
It's her last name,
Yep.
which can get confusing as fuck. So I feel ya.
Right. So do we want to explore the room, or do we want to seek out someone
Yeah.
who might know first? Ask
Yeah, you said
03.
explore. Let's explore.
Okay. Just trying to like think it through, like it just
Like what?
we're on repeat, right? So like
Uh-huh.
breaking the cycle, is that really like what we're after, I guess?
We have to find what's wrong.
But that's what I'm saying is what's that?
something is amiss.
Right, I
That's
just
why
think
I was thinking maybe we have to figure out what's going on with your master, because something's obviously going on there, but I don't know if that's like the what's amiss that's being just like talked about.
yeah.
Which I was
Yeah.
like, oh, we have a lead like for that. We go follow that, but I think exploring is good too.
Yeah, I think exploring is important. I'm just trying to think like through the overall problem of like how are we ever gonna get out of here?
Well, that's the thing. We can't. I don't think we have to figure out how do we get out of here. We have to figure out what's wrong, because that's what gets us out of here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't mean literally get out of here. I'm just saying get out of this world, which would be us finding what's amiss. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to think through the problem, which is like, yeah, we need to find what's amiss. But like, if we were to find what's amiss, wouldn't we have to be on the path that we've set out? Hence, like, going to the archives, or to the, going with 03, following that whole path, walking back, seeing the droid, like, all that stuff we know is going to happen. Like,
Uh-huh.
obviously the
I'm
explosion,
starting the timer, just so you know.
obviously the explosion is like somewhat out of character, but I'm trying to think through the problem of like, if we're to
But, like-
look for what's amiss, we would have to be looking where we are, I guess is my point.
Well, that's what I was saying, is like, I don't think the paths we've taken before to investigate matter for the paths we choose to take in the future. Like, something is wrong in the world that we are currently in. I don't think something is wrong, like, as we're doing it. That's how I've interpreted it.
Well, we don't know, right? But like the only way for us to know what's amiss is to follow the path. That's, I guess, my point.
But I don't think there's a set path we're supposed to take. Anyway, we gotta leave before she knocks on the door. Let's go
Okay.
to the other room. We would like to go investigate the room we have yet to investigate.
Which room is that?
The one Matt is pointing at, I guess.
Ah, the front of the Jedi Temple. Okay.
Oh, that's the front. I don't know.
Just a second. Alright. Alright, you walk outside, you see the shifties in the corner. You walk down the steps, and to the front of the Jedi Temple, but before you can move outside, you are stopped by one of the Jedi Guardians. Go ahead and move your characters down there. Halt,
Oh,
Padawans.
that's outside?
Where are you headed?
Oh.
Where's my
where am I?
model still here?
Where am I? Oh, we're in the corner still. That's why. We
Mhm.
weren't in the room.
Oh, right, in the lunchroom.
Halt, where are you? Halt, Padawans, where are you headed?
We're just going for a walk in the courtyard.
Can I see your identification cards?
I'm gonna pull out my identification card.
Do I have an identification card? I don't think I don't know.
Darrow finds his quite easily, and you assume yours is in the same space, so you look for it, and you do pull one out. All of you have one. He scans
We've
all...
had ID cards the entire time.
Yes, that's correct.
When he
Hey, we
hands
only
it back
have to
to
go
me, I'm
outside
gonna
to
look
figure it
at
out.
Yeah.
Alright, he puts them up
She-
to a little
okay.
communicator scanner thing, and he says, "Yes, looks like all of you have permission to leave the temple today. Don't get into too much trouble." Gives you a sly smile and lets you go.
Haha. Yay.
I'm gonna look over and
I do
try and
very
see what
large.
Story's ID card says.
Yeah, can I look at my ID card?
Yes. It says...
Jesus Christ.
Conveniently, it does say Jesus
It
Christ.
says Zui Zena. Sorry, Tui Zena. My German
Okay.
came out there for a second. Your name is Tui.
Twee!
Okay.
Alright, but around you, you
Interesting.
see some giant pillars and a very, very big statue made out of gold, as well as some statues of Jedi. Stairs leading downward. Looks like a very dramatic place to march an army up, but that's not happening. What do you guys do out here? You can hear the...
Jedi's.
It's very windy out here. You can hear the sounds of Coruscant, sort of the traffic. But not a lot of people out here. There's maybe one or two Jedi you can see.
Do we, Are
The
they...
Jedi seem very pretentious.
I wanna, like... Oh, the Chosen One, of course. Can I Force sense the Chosen One?
It's a statue.
Alright.
Um,
Can I
so did,
Would we know any history on anything here?
You could roll history.
Sure.
Alright, what are you looking for?
I want to know about these statues and, like, maybe their construction. I don't know.
Okay, give me a history roll.
General knowledge about this front courtyard area. Oops.
I always found it ironic how the Jedi constantly speak of simply being one with the Force and such, and yet they build such memorializing statues.
And he's right.
I
The statues are very gaudy. One of them is made out of pure gold and is 3 or 4 stories tall.
I missed it by 3.
You know that they must be old and rather expensive, but other than that, you've never been here before, and you don't remember Yaddle ever speaking about the statues. Although the engraving under the one statue does betray that it is of the Chosen One.
uh-huh.
Right.
Do
We
you
know a
guys,
lot about the Chosen One.
do you guys have anything to say to Toll, who just spoke, and not into a vacuum?
Sorry, what did you say again, Chris?
That it's incredibly ironic that the Jedi constantly spout things like being one with the Force and stuff, and yet they will memorialize themselves in such gaudy statues.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They're,
He does have a bitter tone when she says these sorts of things.
their what's the word I'm looking for? Like goals in life are a bit. Their beliefs. That's Jesus Christ beliefs. Yeah, their beliefs are a little questionable when you look at what they're actually doing. It seems. Did you say there was anything on the pillars, or it's just pillars?
These to your left and right are just pillars, although they do look very old. The statues may have a little more on them.
Okay.
You do see down the steps a speeder has landed, and you can see very slowly this old droid is trying to make its way up the stairs.
Oh, the goofy droid.
I run up and I drop kick him down.
No.
Right.
Is this the droid we recognize to be
Yes.
the old?
One and the same.
The one that you
Bully.
assaulted.
Look, it's fine. Everything's fine.
All he
Are
did
there any
was
Jedi
beat-
like we could visually see that we could approach and talk to?
There's one right here.
I guess I want to go talk to them. Does any of us recognize them?
No, never seen him
Dang.
before. Hooded, does have a data pad in his hand, and every so often he's looking up at the pillars.
What are you looking for there, sir?
Oh, Padawans, you snuck up on me. What am I looking for? Interesting question. What is your name, young one?
Annie.
Annie. I see. You must be Master Whomst. You must be Master Tantri's apprentice. Is that correct?
Yes.
It would make sense.
And you are?
I am Jedi Loktho. I aspire to be, well, somewhat of a historian. Can't quite measure up to our great Master Panaka, but I do my best. As for your question, young one, each of these pillars denotates a former Grand Master. But, as you can see, many of the names have been lost to time. The constant acid rain on Coruscant is not good for stone. I'm simply trying to preserve the names before they are lost to time.
Oh,
I see. That seems
that's cool.
very noble of you.
Yes, and if I may say, while Master Panaka does make a fine historian, preservation at home might do a little bit better than finding artifacts abroad. Just some words of wisdom. Is there anything else that you needed, young ones?
We are looking for someone in particular that we've not seen in a while. Master, insert master of Toll's character here.
Toll's master is, I'm sure I wrote it somewhere. Does anyone have it written
Or in
down?
this case, Luvos' master.
Yeah, Luvos' master. Does anyone have that written down?
I don't think so.
Don't think I
do
do.
not know.
It's come up, I know, but
But I don't know if we've ever learned the
I don't-
name.
I think we
Yeah,
got
I
a
know.
name.
I don't think we
Yeah.
ever got a name, which is
Alright, it's
Shit.
that's why
somewhere.
I was trying to get info because I have nothing to go off of.
I said, would the librarian have said it to you?
yeah, I feel like we've been looking for the missing master. So like in the archive
Well,
or in the council
We
meeting, when
haven't
you-
really been focused on that.
yeah, but like he went into the council meeting, so surely they would have said, "Hey, where's your master? Insert name master here."
Do you mean...
Right?
well, I'm gonna give it to you right now if you don't have it. Do you mean Master Sheila Vin?
Yes.
Selling blades.
Oh, you must be Luvos, then. I've heard of what happened to your master, missing. I'm so sorry. If I can provide any assistance, I would do my best, but I cannot say I know where she is.
Did you know anything about perspectives and viewpoints of the Jedi Temple itself, I've heard that there was a bit of conflict.
Give me a persuasion roll. I didn't know her myself, only heard others.
Excuse me.
Nevertheless, rumors travel and ears perk up. Honest face again?
Yep, that'll work.
Okay. Then that would be... Made it by 6.
If I'm being honest, Padawan, she is has been rather aloof. I've heard that her opinions don't quite line up with the official dogma of the Jedi, of our order. But I'm sure you know that yourself. Just telling you what others have said. As I said, I did not know her myself.
Yes, well, I've always been one to think that every opinion should be heard. After all, one side is not always correct. I'm sure you would agree.
I wouldn't go that far. The Jedi are keepers of the peace. Without us, and without our way of life, who knows what the galaxy would be. But, yes, things can be difficult.
I would look up at everything around us and go, does our way of life demand such immortalization in statues?
It is for a greater good. We immortalize those who've done great deeds for us.
A piece of paper in a tome could do just as much.
The chosen one must be deified. They saved the galaxy, after all.
Do we have a name?
Well, I don't know it. Perhaps Master Panaka, but...
So we immortalize a nameless and likely faceless individual who has done something that no one has
Padawan.
any accurate record of.
Padawan, I...
You're a historian. Surely you understand the necessity of asking questions.
Yes, but such questions could land you in big trouble, young one. I can see that your master's ideology has rubbed off on you, perhaps more than what she was known for. Chuckles. But, all the same, keep that to yourself.
Damn.
I'm gonna look to Darrow and Story and I'll just say, so this is who you wish to be. If you wish to live in such a narrow-minded aspect, by all means. Just be warned you'll repeat the same mistakes they did.
I'm just gonna walk away.
Yeah, she's... I'm gonna walk away too.
What has gotten into him? Padawan, what is his name? What is her name? Fuck. He's asking Story, the only one left.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Master. I think Luvos is struggling with the loss of her master.
Bro persuasion.
She's... I always confuse my perception and persuasion numbers. Surprised I haven't memorized by now. Okay. Look at me and my little honest face. Maybe.
Ooh.
Oh wait, but I don't have my face. It's a different face.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Honest
Is
faceless.
she like a
I made it
Greedo
by
race? Because I don't know
5.
why Twee strikes you as like a Greedo race type of name.
No, you guys are all human. Same race.
Made it by 5.
I understand, but such ideas can breed issues. Please, have a talk with your friend. As you know, the
Yes, sir.
Chosen One is the Chosen One for a reason.
Of course.
You do well to study your history! The Sith are gone for a reason!
Oop.
And you
Cole
catch
will
back up
act-
with them.
Nope. I'm push. If you try to speak up, I am just pushing.
Drag
I'm
him
pushing
along.
her away.
You'll be pushing her, but you'll actually see for the first time a genuine little bit of rage in her eye as you push her back, and she'll be like, "Fine."
So what?
She'll be like, "Fine." Just
Oh, fine. Okay. I thought you were saying more. Got it.
But you guys are all back
Okay.
together again. Toll is looking rather angry.
Is the droid already gone?
Yep, droid one side.
I want to slaughter all the younglings. That's
You're
the
being
problem.
good company.
that's a mood, man. That's a mood.
God.
I feel like that's the obvious solution here. Is what's out of place is there are too many younglings. If I'm the real Annie, anyway, that's what I'd feel. I'm not the real Annie, but I'd like to think that I am. I don't know. What do we do now? Should we
Hold on.
talk to more people? I don't know.
Toll would stop and turn to look to you two, and just ask, do you truly believe that the Jedi are the only thing that's keeping the galaxy from falling apart?
No.
Feel like we've been to the future and can say that's not the case.
So do you think it was that you only learned how to be a Jedi?
How do you mean?
I mean, there is another aspect of the Force that they dare not touch.
I think that our training was focused on what we've been exposed to, which is the light side of the Force. We don't really know enough about either right now to definitively say one way or another, but I do think that we were taught the light way of the Force for a reason before
You were
we
taught-
explored the dark side.
We were taught the light side because the dark side corrupts you.
Toll chuckles and she goes, that is what they tell you, but that is not necessarily the truth.
I think she has a point that we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place if we didn't follow the dark side. What do you think drew us down here in the first place? What do you think the entity is doing to us right now?
Well, I think the whole point is that we have to escape the entity to become Jedi. It's a test.
If you believe this is a
We are
grand
being
scheme
tested.
test to reflect and make you become greater Jedi, then I assure you, everything that has fallen upon these Jedi will fall upon you. They do not learn.
Well, we weren't taught like these Jedi were taught.
Oh, really? Who was your teacher?
Yaddle.
Toll will scoff. She'll say, I see. So, the head of the Jedi Council that drove it to a fall, to a complete topple, is the one who is apparently now teaching you a better way.
Yaddle drove it to topple?
She is on the council, is she not?
Well, we don't really know
I-
that.
Yes, we do. We were in the council.
No, we weren't. He was in the council. She
Matt,
was in the
the
council.
last
No, you were-
reset we did last time, we were in the council.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Jesus.
Toll will like wave around to everything. She'll say, all of this, thousands of knights under her employ, and still she drove it to the ground. But now it's supposed to suddenly be okay because she's learned her lesson.
Why do you think she drove it to the ground? She taught us that Panaka was on the council and got how do I say this? Yaddle told us that Panaka was the one that betrayed the council. She turned towards the Sith and betrayed them.
And yet Yaddle, despite us telling her this, did nothing to stop it. In fact, being the Grand Master, she did not even see it. Which tells you one of two things. Either the Sith have a technique that the Jedi are not capable of noticing, and the Sith are exploiting this, or, and this is my personal opinion, be you Sith or Jedi, you carry with you a form of arrogance and ignorance. One that plagues both sides. If you want to do right by your people, then let me help you.
Help us. Help what? What are you thinking?
I can teach you how to walk a path that lies between. Not light, not dark. Yours.
Ooh. I don't like that.
Well, you're not given the opportunity to respond. You're gonna have to wait for the next one. But you do hear footsteps coming up from the stairs and getting closer. And you turn, and this person nonchalantly says, "Excuse me, I'm looking for Master Fausto. Have you seen him?" And you turn your heads, and you see a blue chiss walking towards you. And two of you don't pay any mind, but the third one of you is going to see something. You don't have a chance to respond before you black out, but the third of you, I'm going to tell you what you see. Hey, Kelsey. So, as this person walks up, they appear as you see them in front of you.
Oh no.
I don't think I have the mini, but young, bushy-tailed, bright-eyed, some disconcerting red eyes, but, that's all just. Lightsaber not drawn, nice little cape. And then it's daytime, right? And then you see a flash, and it's night. And you see this person with their hood up. They have scars across their face, like something is corrupting them. Crisscrossing everywhere, going up into their eyeballs. You can see the fire in their eyes, and they look angry. They're walking right towards you, and they pull out their lightsaber, put it up to your neck, and with a swish, you see back to the present day again. You're back seeing the light. You're seeing him in front of you, and that's when when everything would go black. Got it? One other thing to note about that vision: as he's walking up to you, you can hear the footsteps of what sound like marching behind him.
Oh. Fuck. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna bring the others up. Alright, so you guys feel the softness of the blankets on your skin and the sunshine beaming in. Let me restart the timer.
Oops. Ah.
But Toll just extended an offer to you.
What?
Uh,
Oh yeah.
If you wish to discuss it further, let's go to the lake before Owen returns.
I mean, I think we should leave anyway, but I don't think I personally have much to discuss with you about that. But I'll leave. Start walking towards the pond. Need to escape the room every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be following. I probably wouldn't really say anything.
All right, you guys make it to the pond.
Whee!
Why are we at the pond?
I
Quiet
don't know.
place.
Told us to go here. It's
Tull
back there.
walked over there with some purpose. And Story
I feel
followed.
like there's
So Dara
a fair
followed
amount
as
of
well.
space here to like train or maybe do something if we need to.
Maybe we should come over into like a more quiet spot so people won't overhear us.
Yeah, we can go into like this corner here. There's no one over there.
Okay, yeah. I like that idea.
I'm gonna change the ambience. This one's 10 hours long, so I don't need to loop it.
Nice.
All right,
I think you should loop it anyway.
sure. Just for you, man. Well, y'all make it to the courtyard. It's just as beautiful as it was last time.
I am
Um,
aware that the idea strikes you as rather ludicrous, seeing as how it is such a dazzling idea to be a Jedi, but just hear me out. History has played out so many times, and every single time the Jedi have said they fight for peace, and the Sith say they fight for order and power, and that has been more or less the established doctrines. And yet, every time, the Jedi seem to fall victim to it. Now, as you mentioned earlier, Story, you say that this is because of the corruption. This is true, but there is also a deeper reason for that. There are two polar doctrines that, and forgive her, but she will be sort of like almost getting into teacher mode. And she'll go, there are two polar doctrines that demand tolls from the spirit. The Jedi would demand isolation of emotion, because this would grant clarity. The Sith would demand expression of emotion. The truth is, and this is where my path falls, is that both are correct, and yet both wrong. Emotions, and she will walk up to you, Dara, and just like point to your chest, are a window to your soul, your inner self. If the Jedi have their way, everyone is a stranger to their inner nature. They do not comprehend their base desires, and they live almost a lie. When their inner self peeks through the cracks for even a moment, the Jedi do not recognize what has surfaced. They claim it as evil, corrupt, dark. And so they panic, either unaware or unwilling to notice that their inner self has simply made itself present. And she begins to pace, and she goes, the Sith, on the other hand, are very familiar with emotion, but they don't even understand it. Their expression of emotion is not steady, it's a torrent. They drown in a storm of everything their soul has buried. When it comes rolling outward, all they get is static, white noise. They cannot hear what their soul cries out for, only echoes and only that it screams. If you understand your inner self, if you are aware of your emotions, aware of your limitations, you can tap into the power that the Sith do while remaining clear up here. Ask yourself, do you want to be a Sith, a Jedi? And I look to you, Kelsey, and I go, or do you simply want to be story?
Ooh.
And I walk over to the lake and I say, think of the balance between as this lake. You must tread the water. As your body reaches towards the dark depths, you are aware of how refreshing it is, but also how deep. Your head, however, will be above the surface, light and warmth surrounding. You can still hear everything around you, while your body is cool and comfortable. The Jedi would refuse to enter the lake, while a Sith would dive headfirst. You have to tread. If that is at all enticing, I can teach you.
Teach us here or when we escape? Because I feel like the more time we spend here, the worse it might be getting for us in the real world.
Now is as good a time as any.
Oh god. Okay. Train in this Groundhog Day simulation. Ugh.
Yeah, man, infinite lives.
I sorry. Okay. I understand how you explain it. The balance, some of the things you say remind me of the way Nixavon told me to act, but I hesitate, I guess, to train here while I feel like our focus should be on escaping this.
Okay, I'll state out loud for your benefit. If you want to learn these powers, you can without much problem.
Okay.
This is a morality question for you to answer.
Okay.
Rather than a you're gonna get fucked if you decide to try and learn this.
Okay.
It's a character moment.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
And just so you guys are aware, Toll is basically just asking, do you want to be just full-fledged Jedi, or do you want to try and be a hybrid, multi-class?
Multi-class.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. My fingers were on fire. Holy shit.
Oh god.
Val, you need it as well, or no?
No.
Okay.
I just feel bad. Do you have it written down?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, good. Thank God.
That's why I was blaming it today.
Okay. Excellent.
I can't just improv a whole doctrine.
I did wonder for a second, but then I'm like, nah, he ain't that good. I don't believe it. No fucking way is anybody that good.
Um. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Trying to think how to word what I want to say. Hold on. Why won't my notes let me search alt or let me? I just want to search for Nuxavon in my notes.
Is it okay if I say an extra thing while you guys are
Let
contemplating?
me say my thing real quick. While you guys are talking, the two shifty-looking Jedi come in, and they look around, and then they go back here and hide away from you, and that's it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, I know Nuxavon is written in my notes multiple times, but when I try to search the page for it, it just says no.
Say your thing.
Oh, there
Chris.
it goes.
Listen up, guys.
Poe would also mention, do you know why the Jedi require a certain age limit before they start teaching and mentoring to be a Jedi?
No.
It's easier to exalt their control over them. It's easier to mold them to their design. An adult would already have, through the course of their own life, come to terms with their own emotions, at least to a higher degree, understood their limitations and their boundaries, and that becomes far more difficult to mold to the Jedi doctrine, because anyone with a brain would see how hypocritical it is.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to find something Nuxavon said to me, but now I can't find it, so I'm just gonna go off of what I remember. Our training on the history of the Jedi, I know, was mainly formed through simple questions asked of Yaddle and whatever Nuxavon decided to instruct, but I know one thing Nuxavon said to me was the Jedi would have told me to hide my emotions, but I don't have to, so maybe you're right that finding that line between them would be good. I think I'd be willing to train with you.
Daro?
I think the importance of understanding all facets of the Force has always been interesting to me, at least since I've become attuned to it. Our training wasn't one way or another. Our training was an informational, almost two-sided training with Yaddle that I felt like we got a lot out of on both sides, but understanding the dark side is not really something we covered, and I think it is something that we've been drawn to, something that we should be understanding ourselves.
The biggest misconception... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
The biggest misconception is that these titles, light and dark, are treated with immense influence, when in truth, You simply have to shift your viewpoint. Think of them as tools. Tools for your soul to express itself. And I'm going to, with a very calm and clear expression, like so it's pretty clear I don't really have any excessive emotion. I sort of just wave my hand over this rock here and try to crush it a little bit.
Describe that. I won't make you roll
What?
for it.
I just like wave my hand over your shoulder, Daro, and my eyes will shift to the rock, and you see my fingers very, like, simply just sharply squeeze a little bit, and you just watch the rock sort of like split down the middle into two halves.
Oh. Okay. I don't know what to say to that. Just stare at freaking rock.
The idea of using the force in this method is considered rather dark indeed.
You would be
Yet-
reminded of specifically Force Crush. There's a specific Force user who uses Force Crush rather often in front of you.
Okay. I understand now. I thought it was something else because you said it like split in half. My brain didn't go to Force Crush, but I understand now. Ah! My eyes! No, kidding. So, okay. Sea Rock Crush. Hold on, sorry.
Not sure how the denizens are looking at that or sensing that, but whatever.
I mean, they would stare at it, see that it cracked, and then, look at it for a little bit, but, like, I don't think anyone is going to think that it was a Force user who did that. At least not right away.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I got hacked.
Hacking.
I'd be hacking. We saw. I almost called him Parcel. Yeah, we've seen the Sith that we were chasing us crush things like that. I don't know if. I guess I don't really know how to. I don't fully understand yet how you can do things like this and not fully begin to give in to whatever darkness lets you do that.
I never said it was an easy path, Story. But clearly, the Jedi have had several attempts. And I think we know how their most recent one turned out. It will be arduous, but perhaps we could start something different.
Different, like what?
I believe the reason why Jedi fall to the dark side is because they are tempted and allured by it, but only because they never understood themselves. Why can't we incorporate emotion and an understanding of the Force in general? Why just one side? It's because those in that tower, and I look up to the Grand Council chambers and I go, are too proud to admit that they have made far too many mistakes. And the Sith are a lost cause. They're children throwing tantrums. Those on our towers and those who have fallen from them will not learn for their lessons. Then perhaps we simply have to write new lessons.
And those new lessons are what you would teach us?
Subject 1, Subject 0. In this little experiment.
Subject 1, 0. Well, I think what you describe, although Yaddle taught us with, the light and the things she believed, I think some of the things you say agree with her. The opinions she formed of the Jedi after they began to fall. And I think it would be good to at least explore what you could teach us. We can start wherever you think is best. If Darrell also agrees.
Yes.
I suggest we get started as soon as we can. I'll ask you guys to follow me to a bit of this clearing here.
Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Ah, shit. Okay.
I think it is best that you are aware of your own boundaries and limitations. In other words, where is your line? The moment you understand that, you are able to be aware to tread near it, but never cross it. So, we are going to be pushing you.
Oh.
And bear in mind, this is simply for you to understand the line. And I'll ask that you guys line up here.
Okay. Tentatively back away.
Gene, can I talk to you for a second? Right?
Yep. Sorry, if you guys needed me earlier, I was in the bathroom for a second. What's up, Chris?
Okay. So, this is the part where I would like spar with them. Like, sort of just to see their emotion derive, like, start to be dug out. These guys over here are younglings, yes?
Yes.
Okay. As soon as the bout starts, I'm gonna start force choking one of them. And
Okay.
tell them before I kill him.
I'll have this Jedi Knight leave so that it's easier for your demonstration.
Okay.
Okay. Is that everything? Is that all you needed? You can use them as props, basically. I'm letting you take it wherever you want.
Alright.
Alright. Head back up.
Horrifying.
Alright, guys. This Jedi Knight here, he's left the courtyard by now, leaving just you guys and these two younglings here.
What are these younglings about to see?
They're playing a card game.
I will look to you two and I will say, your task is to disarm me. You may use any method you deem necessary. Just be sure not to let your emotions get the better of you. Are you ready?
Guys? Hello?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. I will draw my lightsaber, green one.
I
I
think.
don't think Kelsey's
I
here.
I think Kelsey's having problems.
You were like, you were like, are you guys ready? And I was like, wait, I was talking. Okay. I said as soon as she says, "Are you ready?" I was gonna try and force pull her lightsaber.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me contested push pull
Okay.
from both of
Yeah.
you.
Fuck.
Sorry, I need to go back to the force push pull here.
I missed it by 5, so like I don't. Unless you also.
It does
Have
not.
the
It does
most
not
horrible
disarm. We don't
feel.
need a roll. From,
Yeah.
From Toll. It does not disarm. Although you did feel her try to pull it.
I raise my eyebrow as like I see it like jiggling on my belt. I just pick it up and turn it on. And I go, admirable. And I'll turn it on. And I will raise my hand, getting ready to snap. And then I snap, and then instantly start force choking the kid over here.
What?
And I'm looking at you guys dead serious as the kid is choking and rising up the air. And I go, stop me before I snip his neck.
I'm gonna force push, like his legs from underneath him.
Give me a
Her
push
legs,
pull.
sorry.
You're attacking the kid?
No.
Oh,
Yes.
never mind.
Jesus
Her.
fucking Christ.
Okay.
No, I'm not fucking attacking.
Well, you said him. I got
X.
confused. I'm sorry.
Push pull contested.
Jesus Christ.
Where the? I'm getting lost in my sheet. Give me a moment.
Do you
Don't
have
kill
push
me,
pull?
yo.
You might not. Actually, no, you should. Should be somewhere.
I'm looking at my dock and it's not in here. Force powers aren't.
The force powers aren't. Where? What's the name of the dock?
Toll
Toll
AOR sheet 3. But it might be the wrong one. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Did I forget to put them in here? Perhaps.
I don't think you did. I just think I have the wrong copy.
I said you used force stuff before.
Yeah, I know. I think I
Yeah.
am.
I got them in
living
here now.
up.
They're special stats. If they weren't added before, they're added now. That should be on line 219 and lower.
Okay, they're there. I don't have any points in these.
219 and lower. Special stats.
Ooh, okay. So those are levels for them. Okay, gotcha. Force push pull. Gotcha. Made it by 5.
And what did Darrow make it by?
I made it by 2.
Damn.
So, what would happen is Luvos would be forced back like a tiny bit. It would be like pushing someone on ice, right? So she remains upright, standing straight up as she can, looking like, maybe she moves an inch or two back, but looking like it's not even affecting her.
And squeezes a little bit more.
This youngling is trying its best to help his companion, not knowing what's going on, looking like he's about to burst into tears.
The poor kid.
What's Story do?
He said you have your lightsaber out, or no?
Yes, lightsaber in my left hand. Right hand is force choking.
Okay, lightsaber in left hand, right hand is force choking. Um. I, I will probably just try and like force jump. Try and like, how do I want to do this? Like thinking in my head. We try like force jump and like grab your arm as I do, like the arm that's force choking. I'll like force jump over to you and try to like grab your arm and like get in the way or something. I don't know. It's a thought. I have
Give
no
me
idea right now.
a force jump roll.
Fuck. I missed by 2.
You won't even make it the full distance, probably like right there.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Jump forward with the force and awkwardly land in front of Toll. What?
Okay, if I land awkwardly, I'd say I probably just try and like run the rest of the distance to try and like.
Okay, you close it, but it's very obvious
Grab
what you're
your-
doing.
Yeah. Just try and grab your arm. Stop you force choking this kid.
Give me a dex, or not a dex, a bodily coordination from you, Story, and then a lightsaber roll from Toll. As you're running,
Yeah.
and this goes for Darrow as well, seeing a child force choked by Toll, how are your characters emoting?
Horrified.
Yeah, he's,
Attacking a child.
yeah.
I don't like that.
Darrow's very concerned. He would be very sternly trying to act against Toll.
Okay. Well, let's see how Story does first.
I made it by
Sorry.
4.
This is melee weapons, yes?
No, go scroll down. Unless it's not on your sheet for some reason.
There is the
go over to
lightsaber
lightsaber
forms,
forms.
Yeah, that's also strangely not filled out.
Huh.
I do not know why.
Okay. What was your form, by the way?
Form 2.
That's right. I remember filling this out.
Very weird.
Where did I put it? Okay, this works. Maybe I just didn't put it in the right sheet, but there you go. Should be in there now.
Alright, so that number there's the one I gotta beat?
Mm-hmm. Right there.
In levels
Got
what?
it, got it highlighted.
Then I also made it by 4.
So, you try to grab her wrist. That would be the only thing that you could do. Her hand.
Mm-hmm.
What Toll does is she brings her lightsaber out in front of her as if she's going to disarm you. But I'm guessing stops at the last second, but that's up to you, Chris.
I'm trying to like ward her off, so like I'll hover it near her hand and her arm until she like instinctually recoils.
Would you like to push her back? I will let you do that for free.
Yeah. Give
Kick,
myself
a kick, a force push? What were you thinking?
Maybe a redirect.
How do you mean?
So like
Go ahead and describe that.
well,
for
like
us.
she tries to reach for my hand and I sort of like shift out of the way and sort of just hilt butt her in the back to stumble a bit this direction.
All right, and that is exactly what happens. You feel yourself knocked, knocked to the side. Story like discarded, like you're a little child. At the same time, Toll is choking a child. Let's do Darrow again. This is how this is gonna work. We're just gonna go back and forth. What is Darrow going to do?
Daro is going to force jump onto this rock.
Give me a force jump roll.
I made it by 5.
All right.
Let's see.
That is more than
It's a
enough to
very-
get you on top of that rock.
He's gonna like high arc, force jump, like way high, and then come down and land on the rock, which hopefully will draw her attention. And then I'm going to force jump horizontally at Luvos to take her down.
Okay. Give me another force jump and then a lightsaber roll.
Oh, I'm just gonna like jump and tackle her,
Oh, okay.
like jump at her to take her.
Actually, I'll just keep your other force jump roll. You made it by how much was it?
I made the other one by 5, and I just made whatever this is by 4.
That'll be
Which is
a bodily coordination since you're trying to tackle her.
Okay. But I'm going to do it with a force jump. I don't know if that makes a difference.
It does. That is an added factor. You made that force jump by 4. How much did you make them total by?
I made the force jump by 5, and the bodily coordination I made by 5 as well.
All right, Toll, give me a whatever you wanna, however you wanna reply with this. Lightsaber moving out of the way. What would you like to do?
I would like to take the youngling and beat shield him.
All right,
Against Daro.
Shit.
give
Holy
me
shit. Oh my Jesus
a.
Christ.
That would be basic force power. I don't know if you have that. Let me
I think
see
it
if
was,
put that on your sheet.
Pretty sure we had these last time. Yeah, they were like.
Yes, I don't think I put it on yours. Doesn't look like it's on here.
Oh, no, oh yeah, I don't have basic force.
Yes. So I'm gonna DM you what your threshold is for that, Chris.
Gotcha. Okay.
If you want to write that down somewhere, go right ahead.
Gotcha. Made it by 8.
Okay, I'm gonna describe this because it's going to be difficult one way or the other. Darrow, you definitely would have been able to make it quick enough if Toll didn't do what Toll is doing, which was, while force choking, levitates the child in front of her and brings it up like right in your path. Toll has to duck down a little bit. You are just a little bit too close, but while she ducks down, she gets the child over and blocks your strike. What do? You have a split second to react.
What, like, if I'm jumping at, I'm guessing I'm not jumping at Luvos then?
Well, you are. It's just there's a child in the way now.
I'd like to force jump midair vertically.
Okay, I'll let you do that. Give me a force jump roll, and then it'll be back to story.
I made that by 3.
Where are you trying to go?
I'm gonna go, like, cause I'd be dashing at the kid, so I'm gonna go up and over the kid and try and land on Luvos, like, to take her down still.
You'll land right behind her.
Okay.
One other thing before we get to story's turn. This youngling realizes what's happening and runs this direction, turns to see his friend choking, and then runs up to Luvos and, like a child, is sort of just punching at her waist. not doing any damage. It's a child, but he's still there, trying to save his friend heroically. Story, you're up.
I'm gonna just speak out
Go ahead.
freely and say, "Go, kid.
No.
We can handle this. I don't want you to
Oh.
get yourself hurt."
The child looked like he's about to burst in tears and like very quickly runs out, screaming as he does, "Help! Help!" That sort of thing. Story, what are you doing?
I see.
Kelsey? I love that microphone.
A plus.
Ah,
I heard you scream.
I know. I just. The problem is, like, I've been trying to keep good track of, like, looking on Discord if my bubble pops up. But it's when I'm not looking, is when it's like, yeah, no, fuck you, I'm cutting out.
It knows.
It does. It knows. So.
Hey, do you want to try it on your phone? That microphone might. That's what Val used to do.
Maybe.
That's correct. I used to use my phone.
Yeah, I
It
did
worked
too.
pretty well. Nobody had any complaints.
Except me.
You always have complaints.
Down.
It just doesn't work well for trying to do anything that's not just talking on Discord. But luckily, that's all we're doing.
Hey, it worked when I was at a hotel and in the car playing.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
It worked. It did not work.
Okay. Okay. Whee!
It's not the greatest quality, but it should do. It suffices.
Let me put my phone on top of my water bottle so it's closer to my face.
Pog pog. Poggle the lesson.
Okay. Okay. I will. Okay. As I was saying before, I realized my mic had cut out. I had an idea, and then she pulled a child in front of her. So wait, okay,
Be like that.
is her back like turned to me, like we're set up now, like she's turned towards the rock?
That's where I was, yeah.
Her back is turned to you at this moment. Although, you get the sense that with her confidence, she could quite easily turn around.
Yeah. I don't want to hurt this kid, but I guess it doesn't matter if we're just gonna Groundhog Day. But no, I don't want to kill a kid. Okay. I will pull out my lightsaber to turn it on. And I would like to try and. She still has it in her lightsaber in her left hand.
You tell me, Chris?
Yep, left-hand lightsaber.
Okay. I would like to try and like step up behind her and try to just put like the lightsaber like sort of like up to her face near her neck. Like just like not hit her but like, you know, get it close.
Give me a lightsaber roll, and then, Chris, you can reply however you want.
Alright, I'm gonna probably try and deflect that.
Alright, 2 lightsaber rolls then.
Since it's form
Okay,
2, I
so-
get a +1, yes?
Yes. Let me see. Yeah, use, well, Well, you're using just one blade, right? You haven't taken out the other one?
Nope.
Then yes, that'd be correct. But since you're fighting 2 opponents, you don't get the other +1.
Gotcha.
Gee, the rolls are not with me today. I missed by 3.
Made by 4.
Oh, that is good.
All right. So, how do you try to attack Story, Kelsey? How does Story try to attack?
I said I wanted to like turn it on, and since her back was turned to me, try and kind of like bring it around like up to like her neck / like side of her face.
All right. So you recognize what Story is trying to do, and how do you reply in turn?
As I see the blade's coming towards my face, like trying to like stop like in a threatened spot there.
Is that right, Kelsey?
Sorry, ask again, Chris. Say it again.
It's you're like trying to like place it near my neck and face it, sort of like as like a like it's there, like yield sort of thing.
Yeah, like it's sort of threatening, like, ooh, my saber's at your neck.
Okay. If it's all right with you, Gene, I could add a little flair.
Of course. That's why I'm asking you.
As you're intending to stop it, Toll will deflect it, but it will be pushing the lightsaber towards her, and she will, as it's coming towards, lean back just enough where it singes and severs a bit of her hair, but just barely misses.
We'd be back to Darrow now.
Is it okay if I say something as this is going on?
Yes, of course. I figured
I
you'd
will
speak
look at
up
that.
when you wanted to, so go ahead.
I'll look at you two and I'll go, are those lightsabers all you possess? Can all you do is jump? Come now. Tap into what you never had before. And I'll squeeze again. Put the force on the kid.
You hear a little crack. Ever so slight.
Jesus Christ!
Tick-tock.
No.
Child looks a little blue.
Holy crap.
But it's Darrow. What's Darrow doing?
Darrow's going to get angry like the Hulk.
Oh. That's my
Whatever.
secret. I'm always mad.
I don't really know what that means. I'm just gonna get angry.
Does he get angry and wildly swing his lightsaber? Does he bring it down over his head? Does he go in for a jab, like a quick kill? What's the strategy?
I think he'd just like to get angry and let the force loose on this man. This woman, sorry.
Darrow screams out in rage, brings his lightsaber back, and swings. Give me a roll, and you will have
No, I just wanted to like use force powers, but
Oh, force
like-
powers. Okay.
I don't know what that would mean if he got angry and tried to harness anything.
Okay, so you're specifically not trying to swing? You're just using the force?
Yeah.
Give me just a 3d6 roll, and I will take the rest from there.
That's not good.
Do you have lucky? I can't remember.
I do have a lucky roll. I guess I'll lucky roll. Yeah. I should probably do that more.
Ooh.
I don't know, I hit 5. That's a number.
I think that's a very good roll, and I think it fits what we're trying to do here. Would you, let me pull you for a second, Chris, actually.
Okay.
Do you want to even try to, like, deflect that, or do you think that's a good enough story place to, sort of let him, push you back?
Yeah, I'll let him push me back because what I'm trying to gauge right now is if they're letting it take over or if they're using it as a tool. So, if at all possible, could you let me know if this is him harnessing or is it him being used?
God. For Darrow. I'm gonna say as first-time Force users, to you it would, or first-time Dark Side users, it would definitely be they're being used, rather than them harnessing it.
Gotcha.
Especially with how, like, he's reacting with fiery passion, that sort of thing.
Understood. Okay. That'll be a part of the lesson I gotta tell him later.
Very good.
Use a height for my water bottle, but like softer.
Alright.
Oh.
2 stuffed animals stacked on top of each other will work.
In anger, Darrow pushes out with the dark side of the Force. You can feel it in the air. With a scream and your force back as well story. Everywhere around you is sort of pushed in a almost like a gale force wind surrounding, coming out from Darrow. You see the fragile twigs in the trees flutter everywhere. Some of the glass on the window behind you breaks. Some old forgotten stones are ripped up and fly into the temple wall. And Toll, as well as the youngling, are pushed back into this rock, which they hit very unceremoniously. Toll hits her back, the youngling hits the front, and they both land in this pond here with a big splash. The youngling does not get up, but Toll does.
So is the youngling like laying in the pond, like in the water?
Yes, they would be face down, almost like a dead fish. And you'd have like a second or two to stare at that. Does Toll have any last things to say? Because just a moment later you would all black out.
A lot to unpack there. That'd probably be it.
And you all black out. And wake up with the nice sheets and the light streaming in through the window and a lot of questions on your mind. So go ahead and bring your characters over there because I have to reset everything.
Good fucking god.
Killed that poor kid.
Yes, you did.
Yep. To be fair, he was already gonna die, so
Okay, Kelsey.
No.
That does make it better.
He was literally trying to kill him.
Yeah, but he wasn't like. Never mind. He wasn't necessarily gonna die.
That
Alright,
kid
you
was
guys wake
the other
up.
kid was horrified, and the kid was literally blue. So, and his neck snapped.
That
By the
kid
way.
was literally
His
blue.
neck did not snap. It something cracked. We don't know that he broke his neck.
Oh right, my bad.
Man,
Something
that's
cracked inside the fragile child's body.
We're on a new
To
reset.
be fair, that's the sound effect that's used when they have the force choke.
It was a slight crackle, but we'll have to debate that in character. Please, what are you guys saying, doing in character? Toll just tried to kill a child.
Sorry. Wake up, as soon as we wake up, kind of try and like throw the sheets off and be like, what was that? You tried to kill a kid that's training us?
You had to understand your boundaries. And the child was not going to die.
I'm pretty sure I just watched that kid die.
Was that solely my efforts? And I'm gonna glance over at Darrow. You lost control.
Oh.
Sorry.
Hello?
I was trying to eat fish.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry. I forgot I was muted. Please continue.
Tharo's probably just mortified and wouldn't say anything.
You see, like, are you on the upper bed or the lower one?
Probably on the upper.
Okay. Toll would sigh and vault up onto the bed, and just place a hand on your shoulder and just try to get you to look at her.
No, he's not gonna respond.
Anger can be a weapon if it is controlled. The Sith, the Inquisitors, what I demonstrated, they will do 10 times worse to get you to bend to their will. It was a terrible lesson, but you understand your limit. And as harrowing as it will be tested every day. You have to remind yourself that this is what can happen if control is not in your favor. I learned the hard way too.
Well, I think we probably have more to talk about, but I think we need to leave the room before she knocks and tries to take you to the Jedi Council again.
I agree. Let us change the scenery and talk there.
To the courtyard? Question mark? Or were you thinking something else this time?
We can explore a bit in other directions, areas we have not gone to yet.
Where do you
You
head?
can lead us for the day story.
Okay. I will walk out and I think they've gone everywhere. I don't know where to go. I'd walk out. I'd probably walk outside again.
Outside?
Yeah, I feel like
The courtyard or outside of the temple? Like over here?
outside a temple, his toll was like, go somewhere we've yet explored, and I feel like the front
Okay.
was the place we've least seen, so that would be my thought of where to go and talk.
Same as before, you guys make it out there, you just give your IDs.
I'd probably try and lead like more up here. Like not out, but closer
go ahead.
to the front.
Put your characters there then.
Try and come more like closer to the statue.
Bull would be walking close by Darrow, just making sure he's okay.
How does Darrow appear?
I don't know. He's just lost in thought. Just not really doing anything, not really saying anything.
Alright, well, eventually you guys are going to make it over here. at the right above the statue of the Chosen One. And you see this Jedi Knight here, looking up at the statue, and you see them make what would an analogous in real life be to the sign of the cross. It looks like this person is saying prayers in front of the Chosen One. You've seen similar sorts of things demonstrated at the cult of the Empress in your time.
I've never liked that church and state can be melded together like this.
Bro, same.
Well, if we see him there, I'd probably try and just pull us a little more to the side.
The
So if we
droid
talk.
be walking up the stairs, and will walk past you if not intercepted.
Nope.
Actually, no. He stops at this one. They talk for a little bit, and then he comes up to your group and he says, "Excuse me, are you the Jedi Guardian, the Jedi Temple Guardian?"
No, we're not. They're further up the path.
Thank you. Leaves.
Yep.
Stops at
Good
like
choice.
younglings. Excuse me, are you the...
Alright, you guys are left alone.
Okay, wait. The last thing we're really talking about was lose control.
Yeah, lose control, and that, what Toll did is leaps and bounds tamer than what Inquisitors or Sith would do if they knew that they could manipulate you.
Uh-huh.
So in other words, she was testing your boundaries so
Yeah.
that you could be aware of what triggers you and what you should be aware of, how to respond appropriately,
Uh-huh.
but that you should use every facet you can.
Well, I guess we learned a boundary for us is killing children. What else do you have to teach us? Feel like I could have told you that without you force choking a child.
It was limiting how severely I was doing so. He was not suffocating or losing oxygen.
He was turning blue!
And in a moment later, I would have released slightly so he would have drawn breath. Drastic measures had to be taken, otherwise you would not have taken it seriously.
Yeah, drastic. That's one word for it, I guess. Murderous.
Toll will pinch the bridge of her nose and just go, the whole effort of the exercise was for you to try and push your grasp of the Force. Utilizing just a lightsaber and just the light, even if it was the two of you, was not going to do much. Not necessarily because of skill level, but because I had a wider arsenal.
Hold on, wait, say that last part again?
Not because of skill level necessarily, but just because I had a wider arsenal.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
You could have force choked me, you could have force crushed my hand, you could have force crushed my lightsaber. There are many of opportunities you could have utilized other facets of the Force. But
We don't know how to use those things. like we see Daro used whatever that was at the end, but we can't use things we have no control over.
It is because you have not yet reached that boundary. Darrow has. And while it is unfortunate of what occurred, he is more aware of it. Using the dark side the first time is... it never necessarily goes over well. It wasn't when I did. But you can't start exploring until you know where that line is. Now all that's left is, bit by bit, managing your own emotions, while being aware that your enemies will try their best to manipulate you. What they won't be expecting is that you won't get angry because you're already tapping into the dark side's tools and keeping them as such.
Sorry. Whew, okay, I'm dying.
Don't die.
Okay, sorry. Can you repeat the last thing you said again? I heard it all. Just repeat the last thing.
That once you understand the line, you're able to start treading the water more easily.
Yeah.
Like sort of skirting around it, and Inquisitors and Sith will have a harder time manipulating you because they're thinking, I can trip this Jedi up to fall to the dark, when in reality, you're familiar with it and it hasn't phased you.
Okay, yeah. Just okay. I needed the treading the line part. Well, is all your training just gonna be pushing us to our boundaries? Or what else can you teach us more specifically to learn the line?
Well, I believe Darrow has learned all he can. He's aware of his line. Yours, I
Okay.
still think we need to reach. And Darrow needs to start learning how to limit his emotions while still utilizing the power that he can harbor.
One lesson is all it took to find his line? Thought you'd have more for us of teaching rather than just having us fight you once and that's it.
Let me guess, you're expecting me to have you running around saying that exercise of the body leads to clear mind and nonsense like that?
No, but I guess I expected you more to have specifics for us to toe the line and walk that line, as you say, not just forcing us to push towards that boundary and see what happens.
Well, I wasn't exactly a Jedi Master or even a Knight when I used the dark side. So I'm a little new to the teaching aspect. On top of that, I am teaching by example. And she says that with a bit of a distant stare. Anyway, perhaps we can focus our efforts a bit, and if we hit another rut, we can try again.
Okay. I will follow what you asked to train. Matt, are you alive?
Yep.
Okay.
Alrighty. So I guess we're doing some investigation then, or?
Hold on. I will turn to Daro and say, how do I want to say this? Because it seems like I'm guessing, like Matt, you said earlier when we were walking here, you weren't really saying anything. You were kind of just, for those like you were like stuck in your thoughts. Is that still happening as we stand here and talk?
I mean, he was listening the whole time.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, is your expression still of, like, you're stuck in your thoughts?
Yeah, I guess.
Is there a better description you'd give for what you look like right now? Just because I feel like you haven't, like, you're not talking, I feel like. I would pick up on that. I'm trying to, like, what would your expression be as we've been talking?
He's just frustrated, I think, really, is all. He's just frustrated, lost in thought. I don't know. It's not really anything else for it.
Okay. After I've been talking with Toll for a while, trying to, kind of arguing with her, I guess. Probably see your, like, facial expression sort of frustrated, haven't said anything. And I would say, turn and be like, Taro, obviously what happened in that courtyard is still, seems like you're stuck on something, that the loss of control. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Obviously part of this training is going to be hopefully learning how to deal with all of that. I wouldn't worry about that youngling. He is stuck in this loop with us. He's okay, if that's what you're worried about.
He's not going to respond.
Is there something else bothering you other than the youngling?
No.
Okay, well.
As you two are talking, you hear footsteps up the grand staircase in front of the Jedi Temple. Turning around, you see a similar sight as you saw last time. A blue-skinned Chiss. And as he's speaking, he asks you the exact same question last time, if you had seen Master Fausto, but as he's speaking, his speech slows down, getting slower and slower, and the edges of your vision turn black, and you hear at the back of your heads an otherworldly voice, that of our illustrious entity, and as he speaks in front of you, you hear her in your mind. You suspect him to be someone else, don't you, Story? But who, I wonder? Do you have some knowledge for me, young one? What do you suspect? And there will be a moment of silence. As the universe seemingly slows down around you.
How do I word this? Hold on. I'm gonna message you a question real quick.
Okay.
I sent it. Okay. Oh God. Okay, so she said, I sense something, silence. Okay. And we all heard her say that? Or
Yes,
yeah,
all of you hear
okay.
this.
Okay. I sense that this man is on the path to evil. Likely the Sith we've met before.
You hear her sort of, I don't think I can get this over the mic, but she goes, she like gasps. You believe him to be the second Sith. How interesting. Your knowledge is much appreciated. Whilst I have interacted with many who saw him that night, few knew his true nature. Thank you, Story. And you black out.
I do not like that.
And when you wake up, you feel the sheets on your bed, but they don't feel as soft as usual. The light streaming through the window is a little bit darker than it was last time, and you feel your fingers are cold. And when you look at the tips of your fingers, just the tips of all of them, rather than the normal hue that they are instead a disconcerting black.
All of us or just me?
All of you.
Okay.
And all of you hear in your heads again. You're running out of time, young ones. But I can offer alternate passage from this world, if you would so desire.
What alternate passage?
You know the identity of the two Sith the Master and the apprentice. I greatly desire to meet with them, and from what I've learned from all of you, you are on the path to meet them. All I would ask, in letting you from this realm, is that I accompany you to meet them.
For what purpose?
She doesn't answer.
Hoping us to meet them. Huh.
As riveting as that sounds, I don't think we should let the creepy voice inside our heads meet up with the darkest and most evil emperors in our galaxy.
The choice is always yours. But again, you seem to be running out of time. And that's when you'd notice that the black corruption on your fingers is sort of slowly creeping up each of your fingers.
Oh no.
Towards the second joint and past that. And everything starts moving again.
Oh god. I don't know what that means. So our new way out could be bringing the entity to meet them, which I feel like I don't understand what that means. Or we could still find what's amiss. Which I guess is something to do with the archive still blowing up.
I think we should go to the starfighters and try and prevent whenever that Jedi Master's swiped from swiping it.
Okay, we should probably go now then. Get there as soon as we can to try and find it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
You head
What
on
if it's
over
like a
there.
combustible substance that interacted with something in there? I have no clue.
Go ahead and move your characters over there. But I think I don't have to move anything. Yeah. There's the youngling over here, and then no one else is in the is in the hangar yet.
What ship did you see him grab it from, Daru?
Yeah, the one that Matt pinged.
Oh, I didn't see the pinging. My bad.
Was the one he was standing by.
The Jedi Knight and we got the ship.
He's more dealing with these boxes and whatever this orange substance is right there next to it.
Okay. I feel like as we're walking at some point, like walking up to the hangar, I'd be like, Dara, why don't you show us where you saw him grab it from? Maybe you can just point it out to us.
Where did I see it grabbed from?
It's the underside of the ship, but I think it was Toll who saw it. Correct?
No, it was Darrow.
Oh,
It
okay.
was me.
Toll identified with mechanics.
Oh, that's right.
partially what it- Wow.
I got it switched around. Alright, so you go up to the ship and you look underneath it. I guess I can't get you any closer. And you're starting to feel around. You see the part, and then this Jedi Knight comes over and says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, what are you doing, buddy?"
Just inspecting your beautiful craft here.
You've got the part in your hand. Do you pull it out?
I'm not gonna pull it out. I'm gonna leave it.
Well, get your hands off of it. Unless you're not here No, you'd be on the list. What's your names? Your Padawans.
We are just curious about the spacecraft. We figured we might as well see one in person.
Roll persuasion.
If he's gonna like drag his attention, I'm gonna sneakily reach.
Give me a stealth roll.
Ooh.
All right. Without honest face,
Okay.
that would be making it by 5. With honest face, that'd be by 9.
And then, Matt, I need your stealth roll. You said you
I
wanted
made
to
it by. Made it by 0.
You wanted to sneakily do what now?
Try and grab the part.
Okay. If he notices, it looks like he isn't going to mention it. And he says, alright, fine. You can look around the ship. Just don't break anything. Put everything back where you found it, alright? I'll be looking over it after you're done. And he'll go back to his duties. And you pull the part out.
Let's leave.
In that moment, Alpha Bayor comes walking in. Notices you, but still heads over this direction.
I'm holding it in my pocket, like it not in my hand, just stuck it in my pocket. I mean.
Okay.
I will nod my head at Bayor and gesture with my head that let's get moving.
He nods his head back.
Let's go. Woo, woo, woo.
Nonchalantly
Yep.
hightail it out of there.
And I'd say let's go to the courtyard.
Oh my god! Just yeeted my novel.
Go back to the courtyard.
I just think it's a quiet place that we can, quickly get away and then talk. Especially if we kind of hide in the corner.
Yeah, I'm doing that mainly because when those two show up over here, I want to see what they're doing.
Well, they probably won't come by us if they see it. But anyway.
No, the shifty ones.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, is if they come in here and see us here, they're probably not gonna stay there. But anyway.
Okay.
Show us the park. Let's
I'm
go
gonna
get it.
pull out whatever I'm holding.
Give me mechanic
Just
rolls
glow.
from everyone.
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely
is
like
a-
to
It is a glowing orange part, a glowing orange cylinder.
Does it resemble any sailor cells?
Slightly. Larger.
I missed by 4.
What are we rolling? Mechanics? Oh boy, that's not gonna do me good.
Made it by 5.
Yeah, that's miss by 7.
Alright. Let's pull Chris. Alright, Chris. As I think you suspected before, it is the main energy drive for a Jedi starfighter.
Is that big?
It's not that big. It's probably... you put like...
No, I mean like energy size and therefore combustible wise.
Oh, I mean, if you tampered with it, it could explode and create a huge explosion. But you'd have to know what you're doing.
Okay.
Any other questions?
What else were you going to explain before I cut you off so rudely? I apologize.
I was just going to explain the size, but that's not what you wanted to know.
Okay.
Probably like 4/5 lengths in length, that's what I'd say.
Do I know what sort of things could cause it to sort of implode?
You would have to be an expert in explosives to do that. You don't know exactly what would cause it to explode, though.
Okay. Gotcha.
Alright, I'm gonna put you back up.
Oh,
yes.
one last question. How expensive are they? How much money do they cost?
A good amount, especially the ones that contain the... Like, you're looking at it, and with how orange it is, it's gotta be really condensed. So this one probably runs a pretty penny. These aren't your run-of-the-mill drives. Like, these are going to barely have to be replaced with minimal maintenance on them.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
Head back up. Ready?
Yeah, I need to use the restroom real quick.
Oh, okay. Jen, just head back up when you get back.
Gotcha.
Chris is in the bathroom.
So is everyone else. So.
Pog, pog, pog. Hi, baby.
I'm returned.
Where were you? Oh, at the bathroom.
The pee zone.
How was it?
It was wet. The bath mat is all wet.
That's crazy. How'd that happen?
Wet people stood on it.
Wet
Why is
rivers?
Chris in a room by himself?
He went to pee too.
Oh,
I'm back.
should we move him?
No, and when he comes back up, we'll know he's ready.
Oh, okay. Hey, baby!
I'm right here.
I love you!
I love you. It was really loud.
I do love you.
I
Gotta know
figured.
how much.
I figured you did.
I can't communicate it over just talking.
Yeah, if it's not loud, you can't really tell how much she loves you.
Can't. It's impossible.
That's
Love
very
is-
true.
Love is measured in decibels.
Oh my
That's
That's what I've
god.
always done.
That's
Well-
great.
You can't hear how much I love you because it's so fucking high that the mic just
Noise
Jesus.
gate.
don't pick it up. It noise gates me. Yeah.
That's
Valid.
crazy. That's crazy.
There he is.
Your eardrums are gonna burst. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's
Hello.
crazy, yo.
Oh. Oh. Ah.
Yawn.
What time are we going to? That's a good question.
I would have to get off relatively soon.
Like 11 then.
Oh, that's
Yeah. I got a shower, and it looks like I'm going to school tomorrow.
Rip.
Looks like we might drag into a third one. Waiting on Kelsey.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Alright. Chris, all you.
As I look at it, you see Tall sort of like cock her head and just be like, well, it looks like the Jedi Master was walking around with a very expensive piece of hardware. And also highly explosive if you know how to handle it.
Oh. So what is it?
It's the energy source for the fighter. Very expensive, and from the looks of this, very well maintained. Which, of course, if an explosives expert managed to get their hands on it, could turn it into quite a hefty explosion. Now, just to confirm, Gene, we saw him go in, and he stayed there and went in there with this thing in his pocket, assuming, and boom.
You know he went into there. You don't know what happened when he got in there.
Well, we know he put it in his pocket, and then he went straight to the library, went into the archives, and that was the last we saw him.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Okay, so we know now that he drives something obviously explosive. It goes into the archive, and then or the vault, archive's vault. Anyway, and they explode.
The question is this the source, or are we just chasing a ghost?
Well, I mean, I guess the best way to find out is we will see if the archives the vault explodes. I think what we should do. I feel like we should go. We should maybe go to the archives to see if he still tries to go to the vault. And we can see if he still tries to go in there. Or if he doesn't without the piece.
Is there only one of these? I'm sorry. But are there like multiple ships in this hangar? Or is there just one of these 4 things? Can you just steal another one?
There were multiple ships in the hangar.
Could I take a peek outside and see if I see him strolling along? Does he look agitated? Does he look calm?
You don't see him. He's not in the hangar anymore, that's for sure.
You think we should go try and look for him at the archive?
Yeah.
That's what you guys, yes.
Alright, is that what you guys do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, gotta pause for a second. Go ahead and move you guys to the library.
Okay.
Keep accidentally flipping between the controls of Tailspire and this. Mess it. Like middle mouse click is what would let me shift the camera, but here is right click.
Be like that.
It do.
Alright. As you guys are walking, you hear some frantic footsteps from behind you, and you see Nuxavan, who yells, "Get out of the way!" and runs into the back of Story, and runs up to Panaka, who is dealing with, again, as last time, as always, a broken, priceless Jedi artifact. But what is probably more interesting to you guys is looking over here in the corner, you see Chevalier and Master Bayor speaking to her.
Master Bayor speaking to Nuxavan?
Speaking to Chevalier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
I think we should try and walk up. Well, no, if we walk up, they're gonna stop talking.
Can we force hear them?
That is not a thing.
You can sneak though, that's a thing.
No, I think what we have to do is we have to treat this like it's that room in Rome where you can stand on one side and hear it in all the other places on the other side.
One of those oval rooms where it goes from one side to the other.
Damn. You don't know that. I mean, Gene built the room. He could have built anything into it.
I was just gonna say, because it's a rectangle, it doesn't fit
Yeah.
how that
that's
works.
Can
Can we sneak around like the shelves
Yes.
over here?
I feel like, do we need to sneak if we could just watch whether he goes in or not?
Well, honestly, I want to hear what they're saying.
I feel like 3 people trying to sneak up on them isn't a good idea.
Or try Sharon. Sorry, put a pen in my mouth.
Whoever
That's
wants
what I
to
felt.
sneak, please roll the sneak.
Sneaking around.
Stealth.
I'm just gonna hang out in the books and try to look casual.
Actually,
I'll just go talk to Nuxavan about her broken thing.
And then, like, worm your way over here afterwards.
Towards this, you mean?
Yeah.
I just want to keep a distance. I don't really want to. I don't
Okay.
want to listen to the conversation necessarily. I just want to keep an eye on Bayor.
How much did you make it by, Kelsey?
I made it by 3.
Go ahead and move Story up to where you want her.
If I can do it.
Gene, are there any other fragile artifacts on some of these shelves?
Mm-hmm. There's one right there.
Start knocking them down.
Any near Panaka, aside from the one that's already been broken?
There's one right there.
Okay.
Slowly scoop.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like we shouldn't let her enter either.
Well, I snuck off, so.
Yeah, I know.
I'll deal with what you want to do first, Chris. Yours is the easiest.
I would like to wait until her back is turned, and then I would just like, with the force, just boop, off the shelf and shatter it. Just to see if I could hold her there for just a few more moments.
Okay, you want to shatter this artifact?
Yeah, like as soon as she turns her back and looks like she's making her way for the vault, I'll just be like, nope.
Okay, so Darrow, you walk up to Nuxivan, who is looking rather, I don't know if pensive is the right word, nervous about her master. Her master seems pretty angry, you could tell by her face. And you walk up and say what to Nuxivan?
Is she holding the broken stuff still?
Yes.
Is it? I say, can I help you with that?
No, well, actually, yes. Hold this for a second.
I'm gonna hold it.
And she will bend down and help Tanaka start putting some of the broken shards into the bag. And would that be when you want to push the artifact out over?
Yeah, I want her full attention to be on something else before I just quickly force and just turn and walk away.
You hear the shatter, and Panaka just looks up and over like quizzical for a second, and she locks eyes with the shattered artifact on the ground and just goes, you can't. Master, please. Nuxivan, could you be a doll and run to my room and get... I need the special head juice. Can you get that for me? I need it right now.
Oh my god.
Of course, Master.
Okay, that bought us some time.
She looks over at
Congress
you.
drinks. It's canon.
She looks over at you and says, I can't do it. I can't.
Seems like you got a bit of a mess on your hands here.
A mess? Yes, a mess. That's one way to call it. You know these are priceless artifacts. I'm sorry, Padawan. Forgive me, please. It's been a very, very tough day. Excuse me. And she's gonna go over and start cleaning up the other artifact now.
I guess I'll pick up the artifact that's was originally broken if she didn't finish.
She did. She finished.
Okay. I'm gonna just.
The bags are on the ground.
I'm gonna take the pieces and set them back up on the pedestal, I guess.
She looks back, seeing you do that, and she actually has a half smile and says, I don't know if that'll look quite the same, but I appreciate the effort. And
I'll go help her clean up the other one.
Thank you. Your name is Annie, right?
Yes, that's correct.
I really appreciate the help, young one. And you'll help her clean this up. And in the meantime, Kelsey's gonna learn some stuff, but the rest of you aren't. Goodbye. Alright, Kelsey, you overhear a conversation. The tail end of one.
Yes.
Master, this is Chevalier talking. Master, you have access to the archives. I don't understand why you need me to accompany you. Well, yes, I do, but you know how it is in there. Meandering, very difficult to navigate. I just would require some assistance for this one. Going to one of the rather more ancient vaults, I'm sure you understand. I suppose so. Let's head there together, then. And they're just about to turn and walk away. What do you do with this information?
I would like to try and follow behind them.
So it's pretty open, and the vault only opens a tiny bit. It would be almost impossible to sneak in behind them. But you can do something before they enter. Whatever that is up to you.
Shatter another one.
It's not a bad idea. I don't think I'd get their attention. Okay, so there's like so all the blue is like shelves, right?
Yes.
And it's like, is it like a library where like, you know, you can see through like from like shelf to shelf, you know?
They're hollow. So they're like, you'd pull out data pads, basically. You wouldn't be able to see through it.
Ah, damn. Okay. I would like to... I'm still gonna try and do my thought, just a little different. I'm gonna try and like, from like still where I'm standing, I wanna see if I can like force push some data pads out on this side. I don't know, like some...
I'm gonna say
like,
it just happens to save you from having to go back. And Valir will look over, be like, that's strange. And she'll go over and start putting the data pads back, and Bayor will wait right over here, very stoically.
Okay.
But eventually she will get them all back together.
I wanted them both to go, so I don't know. I didn't know what to do when only one of them went.
Here, Master, let me help you. And he will go over and help.
I'm guessing the door is still closed though, right? Like it's not open.
Yeah, it is definitely closed. It's a pretty quick thing for them to open it and get inside. Like it's in one motion. If it had opened, they would have just closed it again. They do not keep the vault door open.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what I even tried to do with that, just distract them. Then I didn't have enough thought. I don't know where to go with it.
I'll bring the others back up.
Huh? Oh.
Hello, guys.
Hey, yo.
So, looking over, you'd see that these two are about to enter the vault. They stopped and then walked back over here. It looks like a bunch of data pads were pushed out of the shelves here, and both of them are picking them up and putting them back. Story is right on the other side. Sus.
Like she's sus, or just what is happening is sus?
No, I mean like Story is on the other side, implying she pushed the data pads out.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Would I be able to like force sense if he has a new like ship cell on him?
You can certainly try. Give me a roll.
Okay. It's something. Force sense. Okay. So many things open. Okay. Shit. I missed by 6.
You sense something powerful nearby. You don't know what it is.
I'm assuming
Uh,
I'm too far away to give it a whirl, or could I as well?
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna
go
say
ahead.
if I see him data pad, like, could I see the data pad from where I'm at coming out?
Yeah, you would have seen them, especially
Oh.
in the way you're standing, since you're like
I-
looking in this direction.
Yeah, if I see them go back for a data pad, I'm gonna kind of perk up because that's where I know Story was, and especially seeing them walk away from the vault, like that's where my attention's gonna be drawn.
Give me a roll.
And I would like to also sense that.
Gene, Force Sense isn't on here. Did we agree on 17 last time?
Just use basic force powers.
Ah, okay.
Oh, you know, it's probably somewhere in your DMs. I think I messaged you.
Yeah, I could have sworn some of these are DM'd.
I made mine by 4.
But that's okay. By 4. And what about the other one? The toll.
I am still looking for the number.
Well, I guess you
But
don't.
if you
It's alright. I guess you don't.
change it, you can.
We'll use 17, but
Alright.
I don't think you're necessarily going to need it because Darrow, you feel on Master Bayor, he's got something explosively powerful in his pocket.
Is it a loose jacket pocket, or is it like a pants pocket that he stuffed it into?
It would be in his robe, which would open up on the inside of his. He'd access it by reaching into the interior of his like jacket pocket, basically. Well, that was rather odd. And they turn around and are heading back towards the archive in slow motion. Not actually in slow motion, but in slow motion for this context.
Is there any interaction I have to have with Panaka before?
No, she's just cleaning shit up.
Have we finished cleaning?
She's still working on it, but you could excuse yourself for a second. Don't need to worry about that. Unless you're worried about making her angry.
I'm a little worried about that. I'm gonna say, sorry, Panaka. I just realized I left I left one of the data pads out over here, and I'm gonna go make sure I put it back where it should have been.
Master Panaka, Padawan, go.
Yes.
Clean yourself up.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna
Mumbles something
wander.
under her breath.
I'm gonna wander out to here.
All right, there you are.
I'm glancing at them. I'm assuming I don't sense anything, or did I sense the thing in them?
I will say you sensed it, knowing your role and the likelihood of, getting that.
I quickly look over to Story, and I just with my hand and like puffed up cheeks, I do like an explosion thing, just to like, he's got a disperse. He's got another.
Yeah.
I guess I will. Fuck, I'll leap down.
They turn to
That's
you
what
immediately. Padawan,
Okay.
what are you doing?
God,
I
I
had to
heard
do
it. I heard it. It's not lost on me.
Yeah, she leaps down and she goes, "Hello there."
Padawan, what are you doing?
Forgive me, Master Bayor, but I sensed something rather dangerous upon you. Are you
Oh,
sure
no.
it is wise to bring it within?
Bayor, what is he talking about? I have no idea. What are you talking about, Padawan?
Well, I was actually sent from where all the ships are gathered, and someone noticed that one of the energy sources for one of the Jedi fighters was missing, and someone mentioned that you were over there. I'm simply following up. Do you by chance know where it is, or perhaps have it upon you?
Roll persuasion.
Damn.
That was pretty good. I was trying to think of something to say something like that, but I was nowhere near the organization of plots that you just presented.
True.
Let's see. Honest face being included? Or nah, because I'm lying here.
I wouldn't. There's a lesser addition that you add when you're lying.
Deception.
Where does it say it? Do you know it, Kelsey?
It's +4 to persuasion, I believe, if you're telling the truth, and it's +1 to deception if you're lying.
So it would be +1 to deception.
Alright, so it's a made it by 3.
Not bad.
He pats
Not bad.
himself down, and he says, "No, I don't think I'm carrying anything. If you'll excuse us." And
Do I very clearly see a bulge in his robes?
you don't. Well, you could roll perception, but you don't need to because Shem
Bro, what do
says, "Hold on, Master. What do you have there in your pocket?"
What has he got in his pocket?
Oh,
God, it's 2 and 5 minutes, guys.
he reaches into it and looks like he's got a surprised look on his face, and then he reaches out with the force and force pushes both of you. Give me a contested push-pull roll from you, Chris.
Motherfuckers!
Ooh,
Made by 7.
I think we're finally getting somewhere.
Made by 7. Okay, let's see what he gets.
Pretty good.
Okay, he's gonna push you back into this wall here, and a bunch more data pads are gonna come out. And let's see about Shem. Oh yeah, she gets pushed back rather far. Gets knocked out, actually, for her effort. She was very much not expecting this. Chris, you're going to take 10 damage. And he runs into the Jedi archives. Panaka, seeing what happens, rushes over. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna pull. What's his bitch? Bayor.
Oh, you're going to try and pull him? Okay,
Yep.
give me a contested push-pull.
I'd
So
really like to focus on this hard. Using Daro like focus.
And what would
And I
Story
made it.
like to do?
I was gonna say, as he's doing that, like if Panaka runs over, I'd probably tell her, I'd be like, Master Bayor has something dangerous and he's running into the archives. We have to go stop him.
Okay, we're gonna deal with Darrow's first then. Darrow's first. What did you make it by?
I made it by 3.
He so when you push, it's sort of like you're reaching out with the force and like pushing whatever's in front of you. He uses the force to jump over where you would have pushed, and then kind of does like a flip in the air and pushes behind him and just pushes you on your ass, and he runs into the archives. What do you mean? What happened to Valir? What happened to Master Valir?
Bayor force pushed her back, and Luvos. He's running in there with something dangerous. It's gonna explode.
Something dangerous? I'll deal with this. You evacuate the library. And she's gonna run into the archives herself.
I want to run with her.
Okay, you run with her.
I am as well.
Yeah, we're gonna follow.
I'll just,
Alright.
as we're like running into the vault, I'll yell, "Evacuate the ark!" and then run to the vault.
People say what? Like they've got like a what look on their faces?
Oh, man.
Cole will just like roll her eyes and be like, "Bomb!" and then just run it.
Gasps. A few gasps. Alright,
That's it. Okay.
Well, I mean, people will start running around. Like, frantically, someone will fall off their chair, that sort of thing. Alright, you run into the archives expecting to see vaults, a long corridor, lots of, artifacts or something. but you don't. Instead, you find a room that is like extremely nondescript. You remember what Panaka's room looked like before, where certain objects were sort of phasing in and out of existence, that sort of thing?
Yeah.
Here, there's none of that. In fact, the floor is the only object that you can see, and it is also phasing in and out of existence. Underneath it is just nothing, a black void when it's not existing. There's a foggy sort of hue around everything, and it looked like to Panaka, like nothing seems to be any different. But the rest of you, everything seems to be odd and off, and you know, it's like you're in another realm, another worldly, dark, very dark area. But you guys run in here, and we're gonna roll turn order modifier. Actually, we're not, because we have to stop right here because it's 11 o'clock.
What a dramatic stop point.
I am sorry.
That is all
No,
right.
If I did not have to wake up, then I would stay on.
Yes, but we will.
It wouldn't surprise you if the school called at 4 in the morning and said, "Oh hey, remote."
Yeah, it's snowing.
Nice.
Well, I mean, it literally says that it's like gonna be ice storm
Yep.
on and off all the way to
Entire
like
country
11
right
a.m.
now. It's stuck in a weird storm.
It's only
Yep.
raining here.
Yep.
It's like
I looked like
snowy
we
in
had like
Mustang
70-mile-per-hour wind gusts today. Like, shit went wild. Like, multiple trees all over knocked down. Like, it was raining sideways.
Oh yeah, my buddy Damien, the wind knocked over one of the tree branches and it broke his windshield today.
Holy shit.
Oh,
So he's
Jesus
like,
sucks.
I'm not going to school. I'm staying home. Fuck that. I'm like,
You know,
understandable.
I would also stay home if that
Yeah,
happened.
Uh-huh.
I would probably cry.
That's rough.
Oh, he was pissed.
Yeah, fucking windshields are expensive as shit.
Yeah. I'm avoiding paying for it because I got a crack in my windshield from last year that I've not buffed out.
Well,
All right.
I say good job. I think you guys are going to do pretty well in this fight. You have an NPC Panaka to fight with you.
That'd be
Oh
hopefully
no.
So good job there. I hope everyone enjoyed this session.
good. Yeah.
Fun to watch.
I feel like we started figuring more details out.
I love how me and Daro just agreed. It's like, just in case, I'm not sure if we can trust Panaka, so we just start like knocking over stuff and distracting her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is very interested and invested in the history, it seems, in the building. So
Knowledge is power, after all.
she's really, at this point in time, seems like she's willing to help. But she did also murder us, so there's that.
Oh! Oh my...
Yeah.
I just had a thought. What if that's what's amiss? She's not actually bad in this universe.
If that were the case, why might you cut your heads off?
That's
Yeah.
true. She did
Oh
cut
fuck
her
yeah,
heads
never
off.
mind.
She's
I
so
just
bad.
said that, in fact.
I was going off on one brain tangent and I...
No, maybe
Never
you're
mind.
honest. Maybe it's just a Monday, and what we're
Oh,
doing is we're just
God.
adding on to her stress. We're getting her there, though.
We made it
Yeah.
hard for her.
We made her days so bad that she thought, I need to kill someone.
Yeah, no, never mind.
Not only one someone's, two someone's.
I
Actually-
got stuck on one brain tangent and I ignored that very important detail.
We also got her so angry she needed Tylenol.
Maybe that's the real
Or-
trick of it all,
or
Kelsey.
alcohol.
You're onto
it was
something. I think you are onto it. It's she's not actually good. She's actually bad, but nobody sensed it, and now we're finding out. Wow, she can be good. That's the real thing. Because now she's protecting the archives, so maybe that's what it misses. She's being good.
Bump, bump, bump.
Hmm.
Or, you know, it could just be a Jedi Master stealing an explosive power cell from a starfighter and then bringing it to the archives.
Well, you know. Could
But,
be
you know,
that.
we
You
should
think
always
we're on the
keep all
right
our
path,
options.
though. This feels right in my head of, like, figuring something out.
Yeah.
So I was
I mean,
like,
we're
oh,
back-
like, we saw Parso, and I was like, oh, he's what's amiss. But then he's only there for, like, 20 seconds before we reset, and I was like, something else. Something else.
Yeah, I feel like we're on the track. Good here because we ended up in the same weird realm. Which seems like where we kind of need to be, I guess. I don't know.
God
I guess
only
we're gonna
knows.
find out next time.
That is correct. Which is to be determined.
Pog. I did fill out the rest of the calendar finally.
Oh, let me I'll take a look at that. But that is well and truly it.
Although the week